are drinking in the basement. And we're getting good at that.
We are. Good morning. No, afternoon.
It's afternoon now.
It's Sunday afternoon. Just got back from the Prairie House.
Well, where else would you be?
That's right. Prairie House for lunch with the boys.
No, I had breakfast.
That's right, you had an omelet.
It was actually
How
really
was it?
good. It was very good.
I had a skirt steak sandwich. It was quite tasty.
You know, I sent Prairie House an email about our last episode because we mentioned them a couple times, but they never sent me an email back.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, they should link us in some way, don't you?
I think we should do an on-site
Maybe
episode.
you need to send them an email.
Could possibly do that.
Because they know you.
They asked
You
me
live
how
there.
I thought about their new soup today.
I didn't know you were an amateur chef.
I am.
Alright, so coming up at the store, we have
A couple tastings, a couple...
Adventure Out event. which
Adventure
is-
Out event.
I don't know a lot about that.
March 1st on a Thursday night. It's out of McHenry at the 2K Outdoor Show. Craft beers.
AniacWine.com. Go check it out there. And then April 21st, we have our spring tasting, which will be a blast because we'll have...
Is that beer and wine and everything again?
There'll be wine. There'll be not as much beer. It's more wine, and there'll be some liquor too. I have some liquor companies lined up.
And then in about a month, a little bit longer than a month, DITV hits the road again to California.
That's right. We're gonna
Stop at a
visit-
couple wineries.
tape from there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think I mentioned on our store Facebook page that there's a new flavor of vodka out. Loopy.
Gross.
Fruit Loop flavored vodka.
Talk about your cereal mixture.
Yeah, you mix it with Tres Leches, cream liqueur. And it's kind of like...
What if you mix it with eggnog?
How about Advocat?
Oh, so bad.
All right, so today we're doing some IPA beers.
Yeah, so IPAs, they're my favorite kind of beer. So this was my idea. So
And they're not mine. I don't really like them to be so
hoppy and bitter.
hoppy and bitter.
So we can do the tasting, finish filming, and then watch the end of the Hawks game with a couple open IPAs.
All right,
good?
let's do it.
So
Well,
IPAs started in England in the mid 19th century.
that'd
so
be
the
the 1800s.
They were popular because how they were brewed with the hoppiness and the ingredients, they were able to make the journey for the East India Company from England to India.
Right, so they travel very well.
They travel very well and they age very well.
And they travel well from Antioch to here or from right next door to here.
Right next door to here, a couple of these are donations from my fridge. So, but
And a
all
couple
available,
from
or
Antioch,
were
a
at
couple
one
from
point.
Antioch, yeah,
They're all
right.
from Antioch Wine. One of them is no longer available, and that's the last one we're going to try.
That's true. All right, so the first one we have is Lakefront IPA.
Lakefront Brewing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we're doing these in the order of how bitter they are. So IBU, the IBU number, International Bitterness Unit. The higher the number, the more bitter or hoppy the beer is. So we're going low IBU to high IBU. What is the IBUs on this one? What do you say it was? 40
It's
something?
like 40 something.
Yeah, mid 40s. So for an IPA, that's
It's your glass.
yeah, IPA, that's pretty low on the IBU. Some of these are up around 70 or so, and you get the real crazy IPAs that get up over 100. One of these, one of the offerings not being tried today, but Lagunitas is a very popular IPA producer. Has some of their special IPAs that get over 100 IBUs.
Nice golden color.
Oh, very nice. And another characteristic of IPAs, citrus. You get a lot of citrus in IPAs, typically.
And what do you usually ask me about now? Usually before you taste it. How much is this, Adam? And I know how much this one is. $9.99 for a 6-pack of Lakefront IPA.
And I like the little bottle has an eye in the eye.
Yes.
So again, nice crisp nose on it, good carbonation.
Bit of a fruitiness.
Very pleasant. Not hoppy enough for my taste. I bet it's probably perfect for you. I mean, an introductory IPA. Little hint of hoppiness, little hint of bitter, but not anything that if you don't like bitter, you're going to be like, you can't drink it anymore. It's actually very good.
Do I have a text?
You have a text?
Let's see. I do not have a text.
That's actually
I
very
don't know what
tasty.
that was.
That's actually very tasty. And also IPAs, unlike other beers, can also be enjoyed not quite at refrigerator temperature. A little bit warmer sometimes serves it well.
Yeah, so for me, again, I would not drink an IPA. It would not be my first choice. I usually bring them home because you might want one.
For me, yes.
And this is okay.
It's okay.
To me, it's okay.
Okay. To me, I'd like them a little bit hoppier than that. What's the price on this one? I'll bring the can up.
$9.99 for a 6-pack of cans.
So this is Modus.
Oh, you're spilling it all over the place.
I am not spilling.
Yeah, you did. You spilled it all over your knee. What is that?
Excellent. So this is, at least it's on my knee and not on your carpet. This is SKA, or SKA Brewing, out of Colorado. Modus Hoperandi. A little play on the name of hops.
Really?
Yes. How about that? Well, that is wet and cold. Didn't see that one coming. Again, nice golden color. The IBUs in here, so the Lakefront was in the 40s.
Nice head on it.
This is in the 60s for IBU, so it should be much hoppier than the last one. Again, a very nice citrus nose.
Is that coming off your knee?
Get the dog down here. It'll make her sleep. And she eats my knee. Much hoppier than the last one.
All right, well, I like this one better than the Lakefront.
Do you? Even though it's hoppier.
Yeah.
Not as carbonated. So much smoother.
That could be part of it.
Not as much carbonation.
Still not something I would
Order.
no.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I do like and would buy semi-often, Durango, Colorado. But you'll...
I think you did buy this.
I did buy this. And you will normally find it in cans. For whatever reason, this comes in cans. I don't know exactly why that is, but...
All right, let's take a quick break while we set up for the last two.
While he dumps his beer and I finish mine.
All right, so I think we're ready for the next one.
We are. And one other comment. So these are all American, or U.S., United States American IPAs. It is thought that this style of beer was founded in San Diego in 1994. Or 1984.
I did look these up on Rate Beer as well,
Yep.
and this received a mid-80s score.
Mm-hmm.
Modus Operandi was, I think, a 97.
997.
And then so
99.
Now we have Boulevard Double Wide IPA. See, I can still taste the beer. This is one of the things that I personally don't like about the IPA. It has that kind of bitter
And it sticks with you.
aftertaste that stays with you, and not real fond of that.
Well,
But a lot of people love it, so...
It's a very popular beer. A lot of your microbrews and craft beers are IPAs.
The IPAs are really hot. It's just, I got to be honest here. That's why they make a million different things,
That's
because
right.
different strokes for different folks.
Folks? Really? One of the other things about IPAs, unlike your Coors Light, your Miller Lights, MGDs, all those type of kind of mainstream beers, you're not going to sit down and chug an IPA. I just don't see that happening. They're too heavy.
I've seen you do that.
I don't chug an IPA. Most of these are 7 to 10% alcohol. Yeah. The last one we're going to try here is 10% alcohol.
Well, Double Wide, which Boulevard late 80s
Yep.
started in Kansas City, Missouri, one of the largest specialty beer makers in the country.
Okay.
8.5%. This got a 99.
99 from beer rate.
Beer rating, and what did you say it was? I think it was a 71.
71 IBU. So it should be similar in bitterness to the Modus Hoperandi.
Great.
You should like it. Citrus nose. Again, same dark caramel flavor. I'll bring this up. I'm not going to spill it.
Caramel flavor or caramel color?
Caramel color.
You haven't tried it yet, have you?
Nope, not yet. I've never had...
I'm really tired today.
What? Well, you were out late last night.
Yeah. I was out late 2 nights. I was up like 2 nights in a row.
Playing cards and out drinking. I was in bed nice and early last night.
Good for you. All right.
Oh, that is quite tasty.
This again has that.
And even though it has a higher IBU rating than the first one, I don't taste as much hop as the Modus Hoperandi. Not as hoppy. More integrated, smoother, but not as hoppy.
All right. So this one I like the best of them.
Do you? So far, I would agree with you. That's my favorite so far. It's smoother. It's not as hoppy, but it's much smoother.
Well, even though it has a higher bitterness rating, I don't taste. I don't have even on the back end.
It finishes smoother.
Even on the back end, I don't have that like lingering. I still have a little bit of lingering, but I think it's from this.
Probably is from that one, yeah.
I don't get the same.
So what's the price on this?
$10.99 for a 4-pack.
4-pack.
Yes.
Okay. So 6-pack, 6-pack, 4-pack
$9.99, $9.99, $10.99.
for 2 less beers, though.
2 less beers. You're right. 4 is 2 less than 6.
That's right. So,
All right. Why don't you talk about Bell's Hop Slam while I?
so a little bit of history, nostalgia for long-time Drinking in the Basement fans. Our first episode was on what?
Bell's Beer. So I guess if you want a lot of history of the Bell's Beer Company, we're not going to repeat it here. Go watch our first episode.
And see how much we've changed. We even have shirts now. Again, $10. So Hop Slam, and this is all sold out at Antioch Fine Wine and Liquors. Comes out and goes
sold
out.
out in about a day.
So I'm like, what would be the price? $17.99 a 6-pack?
$17.99 a 6-pack when we had it.
When we had it.
And we'll have it again next year for roughly a day.
So that's Hop Slam. Bell's Hop Slam is a seasonal brew, obviously. It's a double IPA. So this is a double IPA brewed with honey.
Very nice.
So it's hoppy. Alcohol by volume is 10%. So this is the strongest of the 4.
And this got 100 points.
100 points.
Right here.
And this is my favorite, so you're going to get very little.
Adam Reback, what do you think? Where is he?
He's not here today. Did he ever take his did he ever take his Hop Slam with him?
Yes, he did pick up his house.
So this is one of my favorites. Bell's Brewery.
Also
Complex
from
Michigan.
Brian, because obviously we have none left.
Yes, all out. So this comes from my fridge.
I know you've tried this before, so have I.
Yep. Citrusy, sweet.
Yeah, it's got
It's
a big,
smooth.
big citrusy nose.
So when I have this, even when I have this at home,
this is not quite as dark as the others. You know, not as much of that kind of caramel-looking.
when I have this at home, I'll only have one at a time.
But it has. I don't know if you noticed, but the head on this, the bubbles are much smaller.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing with IPAs,
It's not as
typically
foamy. It's got like a smaller.
they don't get as carbonated as your mainline beers. So a lot of carbonation in Bud and Miller and so on. These do not get as carbonated. So you don't get the burps from these as you would in other beers. Hoppy and sweet. You can taste the honey in this beer. Unfortunately, it's all sold out. But
Yes, and this, by the way, it's hit a 70 IBU.
IBU. So it's the hoppiest of the bunch.
You don't taste it.
You don't taste
You don't
it.
taste it. So I thought I would, again, before I tried it the first time, not like this really at all, even though it sells like crazy. But when I tried it, yeah, you don't get, there's no back bitterness to it. Get much more fruit from that honey.
Yep. Very drinkable, and this is a beer that is so drinkable and smooth it can get you in trouble pretty quickly because you can
10% alcohol, yeah.
Yeah. And also, if you want to try Hop Slam, there are some restaurants that do get a keg when they're released,
Yeah.
and they do have it on tap. I did have a friend tell me that for those of you in Chicago, the red restaurant, The Firkin up in Libertyville, has Hop Slam on tap. Now, I don't know how long it'll be there, especially after all of our fans see this posted. It could be a run on The Firkin, but they do have Hop Slam on tap.
Even the ones from Australia.
That's true. Even the ones DITB is global. So
Out of 110 people, we have France,
Australia,
yeah.
we have Japan.
You know, so if you like us, share it with your friends so we can get more fans, and maybe we can have more than 2 glasses.
Hey, we do have a first
Well,
sponsor.
we'll give another shout out to. You know, we should taste it since we have the glasses.
Delirium?
Yeah, Delirium Tremens. That's the glass green.
And the other thing is, if you have any
The elephant,
questions
with the
or
pink elephant.
want any other ideas on our favorite IPAs, feel free to send us an email or respond to put a post on our wall
Yeah,
on
you
Facebook.
can go to our Facebook page. Just do a search for Drinking in the Basement. You can find us at drinkinginthebasement.com, or you can find us through AntiochWine.com.
And until the next time.
Wow, this was a quick episode.
Well, it's a quick episode. We're gonna go watch it's a third period of the Blackhawks game.
It's laid back. It's a Sunday afternoon. Time to veg.
That's right.
Till next time, don't miss our spring tasting. It's a big one in,
Yes.
In April 21st. We'll see you there. We are drinking in the basement.